In this morning's Business Insight, Duke Energy's tremendous impact and influence in the tri-state is powerful, no pun intended. From being the prominent daily energy provider, sponsorship of the Duke Energy Convention Center, and 3 solar projects just announced for Northern Kentucky last week, the company makes its mark on our community daily. According to its website, Duke Energy serves nearly 7.5 million electric customers and 1.5 million natural gas customers in 6 states. We are pleased to have with us this morning Lynn Good, Chairwoman, President, and Chief Executive Officer of Duke Energy, which is based in Charlotte, North Carolina. Good began her utility career in 2003 right here in Cincinnati at Synergy, which merged with Duke in 2006. She served as CFO at Duke before taking the helm as CEO in 2013. Lynn Good is with Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio.
Thanks so much. And Lynn, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us this morning.
It's a pleasure, Kelly.
Excited to have you.
Thanks for the invitation.
And you are from this area, so what's it like coming back?
I am. You know, it's really like coming home for me.
Yeah.
I grew up just north of Cincinnati, still have family here, spent the first 20 years of my business career here, so I have a warm spot in my heart for Cincinnati.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about economic development. It's certainly a priority for our area, and what I'm wondering is major infrastructure investments that Duke might be planning for the future.
Infrastructure, we are in the infrastructure business.
Yeah.
So making smart infrastructure investments is what we strive to do year in and year out. And over the next 5 years in this region, kind of greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, we'll be investing about $3 billion in infrastructure. It's in our delivery system to ensure we're delivering reliable power and meeting customer needs. And it's also in natural gas, the Central Corridor natural gas pipeline, to really strengthen our system so that we can serve customers going forward.
And speaking of that service to customers, with technology changing the way it is, how is that impacting what you do, and especially customer service?
Customers are at the center of everything we do, Kelly, and as I look around at mobility technology and all of the things that customers have in their lives to empower them, we need to meet those needs as a service provider for electricity and natural gas. So we've been investing a lot in our customer experience, mobile technologies, advanced meters, so we can put information and control in the hands of our customers. So things like their home energy management report, so they can see how well they're doing on energy usage.
Yeah. Oh, I get mine every
Okay, all right. Compared to your neighbors, a little competition.
Oh, yeah.
And then things like pick your own due date. There are so many customers who have a preference on when they get billed, and that's a relatively new thing for us. So we're trying to invest in that area really to improve the experience that customers have and meet them where they are in a way that they have in the rest of their life.
Yeah. And what about competition? Are you, so I know sometimes I'll get things in the mail from competitors, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really understand. I understand what Duke does because I've always, you know, been with Synergy or whoever it was. How is that affecting things?
So the Ohio market is what I would call deregulated, which means that for the actual generation of the power, there's choice. You can choose an offering from Duke or from a number of other suppliers. And so that's, you know, a part of the policy in the state. And so the assets that we own and operate in the state deliver the power. We no longer own generation assets in the state of Ohio. They're owned by others who are in that competitive market. But our commitment is to make sure it gets to you in a reliable way, which is really important for your life and livelihood. We're responsible for that 24/7 operation.
Yeah. Just to wrap things up, I do want to mention you're a Miami University grad. I'm sure you're proud of that, and you've just recently received an honor from them.
So Miami was an important part of my life as a young woman. Both my sister and I went to Miami University, and it's been a terrific part of my upbringing. And I think about that education as being a key that unlocked an extraordinary business career for me. So I had a chance to go back to Miami. I also met my husband there, so he joined me. So again, warm feelings and memories for Miami.
And you were a distinguished alum?
A distinguished alum.
See,
yes,
I'm
honored.
But I will.
I'm honored.
Distinguished alum. Well, thanks again for taking the time. You're based in Charlotte, but you get back here pretty frequently, but I know you're busy, and we're very pleased that you made the time to stop in and see us this morning.
Ohio is an important part of Duke Energy's service territory. We're committed to this region and delighted to be here.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.